Imagine you have created a business that makes a fortune daily. You have the status and ability to own anything. You can be famous, yet you decide to give it all away without seeking the limelight or demanding recognition. That was Chuck Feeney, the man who gave away staggering $8 billion, impacted countries and millions of people, yet I bet you have no idea who he is or what was his business. You see, while current tech moguls and celebrities often grace the news with their substantial donations, it's Feeney's low-profile philanthropic endeavors that have had a monumental impact across the globe. His story is not just a tale of charity, it's a lesson in humility, purpose, and the profound influence one individual can have without seeking the spotlight. After reading this book, Billionaire Who Wasn't, I can't stop thinking about the better example to follow. So in this video, I'll share with you the inspiring journey of Chuck Feeney. You'll learn about his unparalleled approach to giving and discover how his philosophy has quietly shaped countless lives and even inspired renowned figures like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. If you want to be rich, you need to know about Chuck Feeney, as his life offers invaluable insights and practical examples that can change your life. By the way, my name is Peter Girardi. I'm the founder of Dashniks, where we aim to give anyone an equal opportunity to build digital business without complicated setups or locking themselves for never-ending monthly subscription payments. For more details, please check the link in the description. All right, with that being said, let's dive into the life of a man who gave away $8 billion. Chuck Feeney was born in 1931 in Elizabeth, New Jersey, into the modest working-class family of Irish-American descent. Growing up during the Great Depression, Feeney's early years were marked by financial hardship, but also by a strong sense of community and a resilient work ethic instilled by his parents. These qualities would later become the bedrock of his life's mission and his approach to philanthropy. After finishing high school, Feeney enlisted in the Air Force and served during the Korean War. This experience tested his mettle and broadened his worldview, highlighting the importance of service and sacrifice. Post-war, Feeney took advantage of the GI, a bill to enroll at Cornell University, an opportunity that significantly changed his life's trajectory. It was here that he met Robert Miller, and together they nurtured a budding entrepreneurial spirit that would soon blossom spectacularly. The duo saw an opportunity in selling duty-free liquor to American military personnel stationed abroad. What started as a small-scale operation quickly gained traction and eventually evolved into the company called Duty Free Shoppers. It was an endeavor that capitalized on the post-war economic boom, leveraging the tax-free business model to offer luxury goods at competitive prices. Through savvy business strategies and an eye for innovation, DFS expanded globally, setting up outlets in airports around the world. By the 1960s and 70s, DFS had made Feeney incredibly wealthy, bringing in billions of dollars. Feeney's success was built not just on the luck, but on his uncanny ability to identify untapped markets and his relentless pursuit of excellence. He was not just a businessman, but a visionary, always looking ahead to new opportunities and ways to grow his business. Yet even during these times of rapid wealth accumulation, Feeney remained deeply humble and grounded. Instead of indulging in the typical trappings of wealth, he kept a low profile and started contemplating how he could use his fortune for the greater good. Behind the scenes, he was already laying the groundwork for what would become one of the most extraordinary philanthropic endeavors of the modern era. You see, Chuck Feeney's approach to wealth and philanthropy sets him apart as a unique figure, contrasting sharply with the more public-facing generosity of other affluent personalities. While philanthropists like Bill Gates and a billionaire Warren Buffett have made headlines with their immense contributions, often using their platforms to inspire others to give, Feeney took an entirely different path. He chose to remain anonymous, letting his actions speak louder than his name. Feeney's philosophy was encapsulated in the concept of giving while living. This approach challenges the traditional notion of posthumous philanthropy by encouraging the wealthy to donate their fortunes during their lifetime. Feeney believed that wealth should be utilized to address current social needs, providing immediate benefits rather than being held back for future generations to disperse. He saw this as a responsibility of the rich, a moral obligation to improve the world while they had the means and capacity to witness and guide the impact of their contributions. His approach stood in stark contrast to the model followed by many other philanthropists who often establish perpetual foundations, disbursing funds incrementally over time. Feeney's strategy was to give effectively and generously, but within a limited time frame, ensuring that significant issues could be tackled head-on while substantial resources were available. He wasn't interested in leaving a legacy of wealth. He was committed to creating real, tangible change right now. Feeney's mindset was grounded in humility and practicality. He famously said, "You can only wear one pair of pants at a time," a reflection of his belief in living modestly despite tremendous wealth. He didn't seek out accolades or recognitions for his donations. In fact, for many years, his gifts were made anonymously, a rarity of the world of high-profile philanthropy. His underlying belief was that money should serve a purpose beyond individual comfort and luxury. It was about leveraging one's resources for the greater good, a sentiment that runs counter to the prevalent culture of self-aggrandizement and conspicuous consumption. Feeney's life and choices present a compelling example of how wealth can be a force for significant positive change if wielded with humility, strategy, and genuine commitment to making the world a better place. As I mentioned earlier, the essence of Chuck Feeney's philanthropic philosophy is embodied in the concept of giving while living. This revolutionary idea stands in contrast to traditional philanthropy, which often involves bequeathing wealth after one's death. Feeney believed that it was far more impactful to distribute his wealth during his lifetime so he could actively participate in the shape the outcomes of his donations. Feeney formalized his giving through the foundation of the Atlantic Philanthropies in 1982, committing nearly his entire fortune to this cause. His contributions covered a wide array of sectors, including higher education, public health, human rights, and scientific research. Feeney played a pivotal role in transforming institutions and communities worldwide, showing that strategic giving can address both immediate needs and foster long-term progress. For example, Feeney's investment in higher education reshaped the landscape of learning in multiple countries. He donated over $1 billion to his alma mater, Cornell University, and made substantial contributions to universities across Ireland, aiding these institutions in expanding their facilities, research capabilities, and student programs. These investments have had a lasting impact, enhancing the educational prospects for countless students and boosting the innovation power of these institutions. Healthcare was another major focus of Feeney's donations. His funding helped establish and improve medical facilities, contributing to critical advancements in medical research and patient care. One notable initiative was funding for the University of California, San Francisco, enhancing its medical research infrastructure and leading to significant developments in health sciences. Implementing such a broad philanthropic strategy wasn't without challenges. Feeney had to navigate complex regulatory landscapes and ensure that funds were used effectively and ethically. One of the guiding principles of Atlantic philanthropies was transparency and accountability, ensuring that every dollar spent served its intended purpose. This meant continuous oversight and sometimes dealing with bureaucratic hurdles in various countries. And despite these challenges, by the time Atlantic Philanthropies completed its mission in 2020, having disbursed all its funds, the impact was undeniable. Feeney's giving while living philosophy demonstrated that with foresight, commitment, and strategic planning, philanthropy could bring about immediate and significant change, turning financial resources into enduring social values. Just like his philanthropy, also Chuck Feeney's lifestyle was a stark contrast to what one might expect of a billionaire. His life of modesty was not just a personal choice, but a foundational aspect of his approach to wealth and philanthropy. Feeney believed in living simply and using his substantial resources to benefit others rather than indulging in luxury. He lived in a small San Francisco apartment, unadorned and devoid of opulence. He traveled economy class, used public transport, and was known to wear a humble Casio watch, a symbol of his belief in practicality over extravagance. Feeney's personal anecdotes highlight a man who was more comfortable behind the scenes, focusing on the impact of his work rather than seeking public validation. One story that encapsulates Feeney's ethos involved him attending a meeting with important stakeholders carrying his documents in a plastic bag instead of a luxurious briefcase. This wasn't just a quirk. It was a deliberate act to emphasize that the value of a person lies not in their outward possessions, but in their character and contributions to society. Feeney's frugality had practical benefits for his philanthropic goals. Living simply allowed him to channel more resources into his charitable endeavors, ensuring that his wealth made a significant impact where it was most needed. By rejecting material access, Feeney could dedicate a higher percentage of his fortune to causes that matter, making his philanthropy more effective and far-reaching. His unpretentious lifestyle also grounded him, keeping him connected to the people he aimed to help. Feeney visited many of the projects and institutions he funded, engaging with local communities and understanding their needs firsthand. This hands-on approach ensured that his contributions were not just financial transactions, but meaningful investments in human potential. Through his actions, Feeney demonstrated that true richness comes not from what one owns, but from what one gives. His life serves as an inspiring example for anyone looking to make a difference, showing that you don't need to live extravagantly to make a monumental impact on the world. The global reach and profound impact of Chuck Feeney's philanthropy are both astounding and far-reaching, illustrating the transformative potential of strategic charitable giving. Feeney's donations have left a tangible mark on education, healthcare, and social justice, touching countless lives and fostering lasting change worldwide. Feeney's contributions to higher education are particularly noteworthy. His support helped elevate universities such as Cornell in the United States and institutions across Ireland. For instance, the University of Limerick in Ireland benefited tremendously from Feeney's generous funding, which facilitated the construction of new facilities, advanced research capabilities, and expanded program offerings. These improvements significantly boosted Ireland's educational landscape, contributing to the country's economic and intellectual growth. In the realm of healthcare, Feeney's impact has been equally substantial. His funding supported the establishment of enhancement of medical research facilities and healthcare services globally. An example of this is his contribution to the University of California, San Francisco, which bolstered their medical research infrastructure, leading to breakthroughs in various health sciences. Feeney's commitment to social justice and human rights also left an incredible mark. His support for initiatives in South Africa during the apartheid contributed to the nation's transition toward equality and justice. By founding organizations that champion human rights and civil liberties, Feeney helped amplify marginalized voices and drive systematic change. The long-term effects of Feeney's philanthropy are evident in the strengthened communities, enhanced institutional capabilities, and sustained social improvements that continue to thrive due to this seed funding. The institutions and projects he supported have in many cases become self-sustaining, perpetuating the positive changes Feeney initially set in motion. While Feeney received recognition later in life, such as the Presidential Distinguished Service Award for the Irish abroad, his true legacy is measured by the lives improved and opportunities created through his generosity. The ripple effect of his giving while living philosophy are evident across the globe, demonstrating that strategic, impactful philanthropy can create enduring positive change. I strongly believe that Chuck Feeney is a man we should be celebrating, learning from, and emulating, and not billionaire philanthropists who just use foundations to continuously increase their personal wealth while trying to pretend that they actually care. Also, the choice to live modestly and to the point that people did not recognize who he was while he was freely observing everything in the University of Limerick in Ireland campus is an outstanding example for others. As I mentioned in one of my videos, ego is the enemy, and Chuck Feeney was the guy who could always keep his ego in check while making a lasting change across the globe. If you have a chance to pick up this book, The Billionaire Who Wasn't, make sure you do so. It will humble you, and especially today when you see so many bad examples on social media, it will help you to realize where the true values come from. If you enjoyed this video, give me a like and make sure to subscribe for more awesome content down the road. My name is Peter Garrity. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.